At times it can be a lot of pressure. I have a lot of people coming to the games, expectations from previous years. As I grow in my faith, I realize it's less about my performance and more about my platform and what I do with it. I've been given a lot of abilities, talents, and so I take the responsibility of just using those to the best of my ability, less contingent on my performance and how that translates to my value, because I know my value and I just want to use my platform and use my abilities to make people happy. My second oldest brother, he's only 1 year older than me, and so I always played up a year on his team so that my dad could coach us both. And so I had a really good relationship with him just playing throughout the years. We always joke he was the assist man and I scored the goals, and I kind of took the limelight away from him, but we played just about our whole lives together with my dad as the coach. Can't really ask for anything better than that.
We were having practice 2 nights a week. They wanted to have practice 6 nights a week. So I had to find avenues to motivate them, so that's when we took them to club soccer where they could play 4 days a week and I could still work with them.
Been a big MSU fan my whole life, so I was at all the football games, all the basketball games, especially the soccer games. I remember I used to have to cut class early before MSU had lights so I could catch the 3 o'clock games at DeMartin. My role models were MSU soccer players, seeing players like Dewey Lewis. I just wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a key player on the team. They used to have ball kids out here, and I'd sometimes walk to the center of the field with my old TNT team and ball boy Michigan State soccer.
Hey, dear Jack, happy birthday to you. Are you fine?
We go way back. First time I met him was probably at a soccer tryout. And I remember this kid who had, tape all over his shin guards, just like super energetic. And I'm like, who's this kid? Little did we know we'd be teammates from that moment on.
Fry and I had been friends for a long time. We started playing at TNT together.
That's when we actually got really close because we'd ride together to practices. That was like an hour drive. And it was always tough for me to get my rides there for my family, but I remember Jack and Jack's mom especially gave us most of those rides there. I'm actually really thankful for them because I don't know how I would have made it to practices without them.
Fry committed to Michigan State a little bit before me when we were in high school. I was definitely a little jealous because that was my dream school. I mean, he was my best friend, so he kept motivating me, helping me with connections with coaches and stuff, wanting to come and play here. Definitely had people telling me, settle your expectations or think more realistically. You really just have to listen to the people closest to you, your friends and family. They know you the most. Once I was able to commit, couldn't have drawn it up any better. We were so happy, like celebrating everything. Dream come true for both of us.
Step in front by Makuna into a dangerous spot, and a goal! It's the freshman, Jack Beck!
I definitely saw Michigan State as a high expectation for me. I was definitely reaching a little bit, as I should have. I wanted to play here, and so I was going to do whatever I could to play here. And even if some people thought that the school was maybe too prestigious or too talented for me at the time, I just had to put those voices aside. And eventually, people who didn't really think I could make it here, it just motivated me to want to come here even more. And eventually, I just got an opportunity.
Number 32, Lance McGrane.
I think for Jack, it was validation that all of his hard work paid off. And as a parent, I'm certainly proud to see both of them when they come on the field. I'm almost most proud of them when they walk off the field and after the game, getting a chance to talk to them and see how they're interacting with their teammates, how they interact with the fans. There's a lot of young children that come out to watch the game, and I remember when Jack was one of those kids and he looked at these players like they were heroes. And seeing Fry and Jack talk to those kids and spend time asking them how their game is, what their juggling record is, or how their team's doing, that's really cool, and I think that's something that Michigan State has developed. There's highs and lows, and soccer is the most painful sport there is. But to see them and how they act as men afterwards and have a perspective of where they are is really, really rewarding as a parent.
Fry and I are both growing up Christian backgrounds, but I'd say it was definitely once we got to college, joined Athletes in Action, and we really started to take it seriously. We really took a leap of faith in surrendering our lives to Christ. And it's sort of like the iron sharpens iron, both as friends, teammates, players, but also as believers. You know, we sharpen each other to be better in all areas of our life. And so just to be able to talk about that and work towards the same goals is pretty cool.
Being a student athlete is hard in so many ways. Being roommates, it's been cool because we help each other in everything, you know, keep each other accountable. Jack has a really strong relationship with God. It's contagious. He's not afraid to talk about it. It's a huge part about his life. It's been cool to be able to grow together in our faith, which is a very hard walk when you have somebody to go through it with. And at the end of the day, our goal is that we want to glorify God in everything that we do.
I think that's God looking down on them and guiding them and pulling them and keeping them together. And their friendship certainly started probably through soccer, but I know they're both coming to the end of their collegiate career. Their faith's going to keep them together as best friends for the rest of their lives.
I've seen him grow in his love for people. He really cares more about others than himself, to be honest. He's always thought about the next man. He's always thought about me, always thought about people around him. And it's cool being able to see that because it translates on the field too. It translates in everything he does.
I came into Michigan State thinking my experience and everything was going to be around soccer. I realized that it wasn't all about soccer, and soccer is an amazing thing and it gave me an amazing platform, but it's a lot bigger than that. From ball boying here and coming to all the games to now being a senior and walking off the pitch, a lot of memories both as a player and as a fan. I certainly don't want to take anything for granted. It's just such an amazing opportunity just to be able to play in front of fans, be able to play with teammates and coaches. I'm very grateful and hopefully got a little bit more left in me.